Dear students, let us discuss in-text questions of chapter 8 motion on page 109. So question number 1, a bus starting from rest moves with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square. So we have given starting from rest. Therefore initial velocity is 0 and acceleration is given 0.1 meter per second square and time is 2 minutes. So we will write the given values. Then we have to find the speed acquired, that is final velocity, and the distance traveled. Then after writing the values, next step is to check the units. All units should be in the same system. But here, as acceleration is in meter per second square, so our time should also be in second. We have given in minute, so we will convert it into second by multiplying it with 60. So we will get 120 second. Now for first part, from the equation of motion first, that is v equal to u plus at, we will put the values. U is equal to 0, a is equal to 0.1 and t is equal to 120 second. By multiplying we will get 12 meter per second. You have to write the units properly, otherwise half marks will be deducted in the exam if you will not write the unit. For calculating second part, we will use third equation of motion, that is v square minus u square equal to 2as. So v square minus u square is 0 is equal to 2as. So as we have to find s, so s is equal to v square divided by 2a. It will be 12 square divided by 2 into acceleration's value, that is 0.1, and when we will calculate it, we will get 720 meter. So the speed acquired by the bus is 12 meter and distance traveled is 720 meter. Another method can also be there, that we can use equation number 2 also for finding the distance. For that we will put the values in this equation, ut plus half at square, and finally we will get the same answer. So it's your choice that you can use second equation or third equation according to the calculations. In some of the questions you will find that you can use second or third whatever you want, but in other questions you will get find that only one equation will be useful for finding that quantity. Now question number 2, a train is traveling at a speed of 90 km per hour. So given that time train is traveling, so this is initial velocity, that is u. Now brakes are applied so as to produce a uniform acceleration of minus 0.5 in meter per second square. So after application of brake, we know that speed of object decreases, and it means the acceleration is in negative sign, so 0.5. This is acceleration. Now how far the train will go, how far means distance, the train will go before it is brought to rest. Brought to rest means final velocity will be 0. So we will write the things, u90 acceleration minus 0.5 and v equal to 0 and s is equal to question mark. Second step, we will check the units. As initial velocity is given in kilometer per hour and acceleration is in meter per second square, so we will convert initial velocity in meter per second by multiplying it with 5 by 18, or we can write this 1000 divided by 60 into 60. So we will get 25 meter per second. Acceleration v, these things have been given to us, and we have to find s. So we will use third equation of motion. So 2as equal to v square minus u square. Therefore s is equal to v square minus u square by 2a, and v square is 0, u square is given 25 square, 2 into 0.5 meter per second square. When we will solve it, we will find it is 625 meter. So the train will go 625 meter further after applying the brakes. Now question number 3. A trolley while going down an inclined plane has an acceleration of 2 centimeter per second square. What will be its velocity 3 seconds after the start? Now we have given after the start, it means the trolley have started from rest. So u equal to 0, acceleration is given 2 centimeter per second square, and time is in 3 seconds. Now final velocity we have to find. Okay, now we are first of all checking the units. As acceleration is given in centimeter per second square and time is in second, and we have to use these two quantities only. So we can keep acceleration as it is, that is in centimeter per second square. But in that case our answer, that is velocity, will be in the unit of centimeter per second. But another method can be there. We can convert acceleration into meter per second square. For that we have to divide acceleration value, that is 2 divided by 100. In that case it would have 0.02 meter per second square. But now it's not really required, so we can keep this acceleration in centimeter per second square only. Now we have to find final velocity. We will be using first equation of motion and we will get the answer, that is 6 centimeter per second. Question number 4. A racing car has a uniform acceleration of 4 meter per second square. It means what we have given? Acceleration. What distance will it cover? What we have to find? Distance. In 3 seconds. So time is 10 seconds. So time is 10 seconds after start. It means initial velocity is 0. So we will write the given values, and what we have to find? Distance covered. So we will use second equation of motion. We will put the values, and after calculating we will get the answer. And in last question, a stone is thrown in a vertical upward direction with a velocity of 5 meter per second. Means stone is thrown in upward direction. So just imagine the situation that stone is going in opposite direction to the force of gravity, and it has been thrown with a velocity of 5 meter per second. So this is the initial velocity. 5 meter per second is initial velocity. If the acceleration of the stone during its motion is 10 meter per second square, so value of acceleration is given in downward direction. It means force of gravity is acting in downward direction, and the stone is going in upward direction. That's why this acceleration will be negative. So we will take A is equal to minus 10 ourselves. It is not given to us that acceleration equal to minus 10, but it's but understood as stone is going in upward direction, so we have to take acceleration is equal to in negative value, and if we drop something from a height, then we take acceleration in positive value. Okay, now what will be the height attained height attained. Attained means final. These words are telling you about initial or final velocity. So attained means final. Start from rest means initial. So what will be height attained by the stone, and how much time will it take to reach there? So in this case, as initial velocity is given to us, that is 5 meter per second, and in this situation what will happen, that the stone is going in upward direction, and its velocity is decreasing, and finally it will come to rest. So what is final velocity? 0. It's not given to us, but it's understood. We should write v equal to 0 by our knowledge, by ourselves. So we have to find height attained and the time. So first case, first of all we will find height attained. At maximum height v0, so we have to use third equation of motion. So s is equal to v square minus u square by 2a, 0 minus 5 square divided by 2 into acceleration we have taken minus sign, so minus 10, and when we will solve it we will get 1.25 meter. So the maximum height attained by the stone is 1.25 meter. Secondly, we have to find time. So the stone will move in upward direction till its speed is reduced to 0. If this time is taken as t, then final velocity equal to 0 at time t. So again we will put the values accordingly, and we will get t is equal to 1 by 2 second. So students, in such type of questions, always remember, when we drop an object from a height, in that case initial velocity is 0 and final velocity have some value, and the sign of acceleration will be taken as positive, because as the body is moving in the same direction in which the force of gravity is acting, so acceleration will be positive. But if we throw an object in upward direction, in that case initial velocity have some value, and finally as object is going and coming to rest, so final velocity will be 0. And in such type of cases the sign of acceleration will be negative, because object is moving in opposite direction to the force of gravity. So do a lot of practice of these questions. Also try to solve solved questions given in your NCERT book, and you can do more practice from other books also. More the practice you will do of the numericals, more you will get familiar with the numericals. Thank you, beta.